Hello and welcome to a new episode of the devlog of Runes of Aereal. And one of the most important changes you already see on the screen now, and that's one of the bosses. I've acquired a boss on the Fiverr platform. It's a scorpion, and let's see what that does. So this is a new boss. And I've also added some extra other enemies. So let's do that. And then you'll see that I also have a skeleton, a snake, and a ghost. So those are the snake, the skeleton, and the ghost. And I don't know where the ghost has gone. Here we are. This must be a glitch somewhere. In the system I have to check out, but here is the ghost and the snake and whatever, so let them attack. There we are. Add 2 lightning cards to your hand, and then let's kick the ghosts. That's it. So some polishing to do here and there, but 3 more enemies, regular enemies, and 1 boss enemy to be added at the end of the game. So that's one pretty important change here. Another pretty important change is, let's go to the island here. As you see that the island interface has changed quite a bit. So the island interface used to have a more colorful interface, but I've change the interface to fit more within the general look and feel of the game. And there's also a fly-in menu like that, so there's no longer buttons here. It's using a fly-in menu like this. So this is the next step towards the integration of the battles and the map, where you will be progressing with the map points towards the end of this island. So what I've changed also is when we click an island, no longer do we get the book interface, but we get this interface where you can choose what to do depending on what type of map type integration has been chosen. So there are different types of missions that can be done, and these types of missions are in probability tables, and they are determined when generating the map. And here you can choose to implement some different tactics, and you can go towards the integration of the game here. So how does it work? These things here, let's go to the event sheet here, and you'll see that I've changed quite a bit. The main thing that's been changed is these menu options here. We've got this menu option sprite here, which is like a transparent version of the card without the number and without the description, because the description actually is put on top of that card depending on what kind of type of action that is to be done. And behind that card there is this menu option image, which is one of those different items that can be done here, that can be selected, and based on the action which is linked to the action type, one of those animations here will be chosen, which will result in different types of actions and stuff like that. So there's also a menu option highlighter, which is something like this, which is like really a clone of the highlighter which is nowadays behind the cards, behind the scrolls. It's a bit of a clone with a few adjustments there, and it can be used to highlight the menu option which is there actually. So these are adjustments to be made here, and there is also some adjustments in the flyout menu. So this flyout menu, when it opens, it flies out from the left to the right, and then it can fly out close again as well. And you'll see that it actually uses the hierarchy options here. So all of these menu options are already attached to the fly-in menu, so it flies in accordingly with the fly menu to the right or to the left. And there's an extra fly menu detector here. Whenever the mouse hovers over that flyout detector, it flies out to the left, and when it's not longer over the flyout, then it collapses again. That's basically how it works. So at this point in time, these functionalities are not integrated yet, but in further steps, in the next coming episodes, you will normally see how these things integrate further, and how they are evolving towards a working game, a game which will integrate all of these types of missions, which can be done to progress towards a stronger hero and obtaining runes and stuff like that. Alright, so a pretty short video this time, because yes, it's a lot of work revamping all of these interfaces and integrating all those things, so there's not too much to show always, but as always, keep with me. Please like, please subscribe, and see you next time.